Hello and welcome. I'm here with a student and we're going to try and present some things to do with mobile apps. So if a student has a mobile device, these are some things that a student can use to help get information for their classes, but also possibly submit assignments that can be done from their mobile device. We're going to be looking at the Student Canvas app as well as the Google Classroom app. We may even take a quick look at the Infinite Campus app. All three of those are on the screen here. Let's go ahead and start with the Infinite Campus app. That's the first one on the top left. Students will log in here. And when they log in, if they're logging in during class time, there will be a check-in button and it'll say check-ins, yes, I'm here. Once they've checked in, they're ready to move on from that. That's something that they do multiple times a day. And sometimes being able to do that quickly from the mobile app is very helpful. The next thing that we're going to look at is the Canvas student app. So let's go back to the main page. Now we're opening the Canvas student app. One thing to keep in mind with the Canvas apps is that the Canvas mobile apps, there are three of them. One is for Canvas student, one is for Canvas teacher, and one is for Canvas parent. So when you look at Canvas student, it will show you all the courses that you're enrolled in as a student. Let's start with the top left one there for peer tutoring, happens to be for period 1. This has the menu of items that is accessible for the students. Let's begin by clicking on modules. And if you see here, there is the same information that would be within the modules themselves. There are items that need to be submitted if they're not already submitted by the due date. And let's take a look at one of the examples. So there's a discussion board that says G Suite Docs submit a question. And it says that it was due September 12th. So on here, as soon as it's opened, it actually pulls up the discussion board itself. You can scroll through and see other replies, and you can reply to other people. You can also submit your own original reply. If you want to reply to somebody else, you just click reply right below them. We're not going to do that, but instead we're going to submit an original reply. At the very top, you click the green which says reply. This student has already submitted to this discussion board, so we're not going to complete a submission here. We're going to go ahead and click cancel to get back out of it. And then click back to go to the modules again. Now, if there was work to complete, the student could click on the to-do down in the bottom middle. Go ahead and click on your to-do list. And this will show you items that still need completion, even if they're not already past due, but they're upcoming soon. So one of them, for example, says a video quiz. Video quizzes are a video that has pop-up questions that show up throughout the video. And on those questions, the student can mark them. Other ones in there, there's the top one is a discussion board because it has the two little chat bubbles. Then the items that say week 6 assignments and your single stories reflecting and exploring, those may require that you get onto a full-size device with a keyboard because of having to upload a file that you've typed out. Now that we've looked at Canvas for the most part, we're going to back out and look at a different app, Google Classroom. Now in Google Classroom, you won't use this to submit as much work as you would on the Canvas mobile app, but you can still access all of the information that you need. So one of the classes that we'll take a look at is Ag Chemistry for period 4. And in here, you'll see some items where there were posts from the teacher, or it'll give you a note for new assignment. And that's in the stream here. Not every teacher utilizes the stream in this way. If a student wanted to see what classwork was taking place for their course, they could click on the classwork in the bottom middle of the screen. And here you see step 1, step 2, step 3. So that's really well organized there. And they also have their due dates and the time for those due dates. Most likely for each of those items, in Google Classroom, teachers are more common to ask students to submit a Google file, like a Google Doc or a Google Slide. And those type of things work better on a keyboarded device like a Chromebook or a laptop. So that's mostly what we've seen from both the Google Classroom and the Canvas mobile apps. We're going to go back out to the main page of the phone. And I'll just comment on some other things that I do see here that are helpful. There is the Google Meet app. And the Google Meet app on a mobile device does work pretty well. And sometimes it's a nice backup if your Chromebook is not working for connection for whatever reason. It's a little bit harder to do some of the stuff since your screen is smaller, but you can still share your screen like we are doing now. You can still use the chat, and you can still turn on your video or audio if you wish. And that'll be most of our mobile apps.